I feel like
Really true.
this is something that, we hear a lot about education in the news today, right? And that education really needs to just get back to, reading, writing, and arithmetic and
Meditation.
Get out of politics and, right? Everyone has their own opinions about that. I have mine. I do.
Shocker.
I do. But in this, obviously, and, because I really do feel like children are finding themselves. So school really should focus on school things, like things that they need to work on that they can use, exercise their brains.
And to branch out, actually teach the things that
Right, I was going to say. But
we really need to be taught. Like
how
I
to
never
balance a checkbook. I'm just kidding.
Right.
You don't use checkbooks anymore.
We've gotten away from it.
Yeah.
School did do that. Our
Finances,
parents
how to fix
learned. They had
things.
they had
how to fix
economics.
yourself and take care of physical and mental health. What is going on? These are the most
true.
important things.
It's
How we don't
absolutely
teach them.
true.
I don't know.
Absolutely
They
true.
had shop class. How to change a tire in school.
How
They
was
don't
I
have
not-
these things anymore. But one of the things I think, how brilliant would it be for these spongy, beautiful minds of these elementary school kids if you taught them something like this?
Oh
That's
my
what I'm
God.
saying.
Hey, listen,
How can
guys, wait a
nobody-
minute.
Before
Instead
you
of-
take that test,
instead
before
of-
you do that, just take
Yes.
your 16
Even
seconds.
this.
Even this, I know
You
what
guys
you're
are
saying.
both going to reach and fight over the colored crayons. How about this? Wait a minute. No, not go to the rooms, not go to the principal's office, not this. How about this? Guys, time out. Do your box.
16
Yeah,
seconds.
Do your box meditation, right? And those kids at the table together,
Hey,
breathe
Joe, we
in
might
4
want to do a
seconds.
little box meditation real quick.
You know what I'm
Right
saying?
now, though.
But you think about a skill set that, like
Oh
you
my
said, would
gosh.
become a habit,
Right.
would become instinctual for them. So when they get into middle school
Right.
and they have their tests and their finals, and that they've been taught since kindergarten.
Yeah.
And this now is a skill that is second nature to them. That's something. It's
wild.
That like economics and shop and these things that we've taken out of education. and
We have
appropriate or
robots
meaningless.
replacing humans in the
Right.
workforce, but we aren't teaching this method to our youth. This proven wonderful.
Well, here's the
what's
thing,
going
we
on?
are teaching it now. This
Right.
is something
Right.
that you're starting to see
Right.
in nursery school and
Well, that's why
kindergarten.
you're on here
and
today.
It's so
We're
beautiful.
spreading the word.
Like even Goldie Hawn has this amazing foundation called the Mind Up Foundation, where she has teachers around the U.S. teaching kids how to kind of,
Really?
It's
not
awesome.
activate their amygdalas.
Yeah.
Stress and anxiety.
That is so cool.
Bring it
Because
on.
that's what it's about. It's look, we are going to have stress. It's not about, here's what's crazy. I think that we've gotten off topic on this because every generation has tried to make it easier for the next generation, right? Make more excuses, make it easier. And you do it with a good intention. The problem is it's harmful. And so many things that are good, that start off with good intentions end up being harmful, okay?
Right.
Because life isn't easy, okay? Life is tough. This journey is bumpy. You are gonna have stresses. You're gonna have people that don't like you. They're gonna have people that don't wanna hear what you wanna say. That's okay. It's not about eradicating dissent. It's not about taking away tough times. That's the
Right.
human experience. What you need to do is give them the skills to manage it. That's the key. Because in our effort to make things easy and to make things more, to make things quicker and easier for kids, right? We're not setting them up for success. It's not what life actually is. And then they become adults and they're like, I can't operate in this forum. I'm a disaster. You know what I mean?
There's a really simple equation that literally explains most of humanity. And that is,
If you say E equals MC squared.
no.
I'm leaving.
That
it.
is.
That's
No,
it,
you
Joe.
have to say you're
That
leaving.
is-
If you say E equals M squared, you're
And
leaving.
these aren't my words, obviously, but it's strong people create good times. Good times create weak people. Weak people create bad times. Bad times create strong people. Strong people create good times. It's all
There you go.
cyclical.
Yeah, it's
it's
true.
all
It's great.
cyclical. It all goes
Well,
around.
that's another thing about meditation is it can really help with your resilience. So
that I love.
here's the deal is if you do this, like I said, I won't get out of bed until I meditate, every single morning, you're going to start to notice that little things don't bother you as much. So those
That's what I need.
all of a
I'm
sudden.
not a morning person, so this could
Well,
really
you get
help.
up.
I do.
Okay.
Oh, we all get up
And I'm
very early.
furious.
When you get
know.
up, I don't sit like this when I meditate. I'm not sitting in lotus. I literally wake up. I click the meditation of the day on the Unplug app. I lay back down in my bed. I close my eyes. I do the 10 minutes. I do the thing. And then I start my day.
Wow.
Sounds great.
And I don't look at my emails because then someone else owns my time. I don't look at my
Yes.
phone and scroll and all that crap. I just go in. I look at a positive quote because that's what opens when you open it. And I'm just already in a better mood.
This is great.
This sounds amazing.
yeah, this is really great.
But you have to do the thing. You were saying, you don't believe in habits creating and habits forming. And I kind of agree with you because I think, it's so easy for us to work out every single day. And then we stop for 2 days and then we're out.
We're out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this happens all the time.
All the time.
So we have to forgive ourselves and just like keep doing the thing. Keep, we're going to fall, we're going to rise. We're going to fall, we're going to rise. So I believe that you should start tiny. There is a incredible guy. His name is BJ Fogg. Have you guys heard about it, Tiny Habits?
Yeah. DJ Fogg, no.
I'm writing it down.
He actually ran this class in Stanford that the guys from Instagram and everybody took his class and became billionaires. And he wrote this book called Tiny Habits. And what he says is, make it tiny. So if you say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to do 16 seconds. That's it. I'm going to start with 16 seconds.
Love it.
Anything I do above that, I'll consider extra credit.
Yep.
And then you're going to start craving more and more. Like for me, I have to do 10 minutes. And sometimes I want more. Yep. Sometimes I'm like, I really don't feel like doing it, but I know I'm not going to be my best self if I don't, so I still do it. So that's the thing.
I've been very interested in this because gone through some things in my life where I've come across things like addiction. Okay? I had a smoking habit that and there are some really interesting things about these addictive habits that I think are really interesting. They're almost like there are adaptations to survival. And now in a modern world, we're putting the survival mechanisms onto substances, but these same survival mechanisms get activated.
Yes. So
and you can get addicted to good things.
So not to interrupt. When I stopped smoking, I got hypnotized, and it actually worked for me. And it was it's a whole thing. And anyway.
I did too. So like you're preaching to the choir.
Okay, I really do. I saw Kerry Gaynor, and he was great. And anyway, but one of the things he told me was that, and because I think what really worked was just the information that he was giving me, however he was giving it to me. So one of the things he said, smoking is so addictive because it actually mimics the same breathing habits as meditation.
For sure.
You breathe in, you hold your breath, you exhale.
Yeah.
So not only are you getting addicted to the nicotine,
How come you never shared this with us before?
but you're getting addicted to the process, and then that is what you're craving.
And it's funny because it's still to this day I tell people, well, because I'll go out with the smokers because it's the outside. I just like the break of it. That was really what it was for me. It was the escapism
But it's
to
not.
get outside.
That all got grouped in. This
you're right.
Messy, massive ball of mess.
Yeah.
But if you unravel it, at the root of it is just meditation breathing.
It's funny because a lot of people think when they think of hypnosis that you're going to stand up on a stage and bark like a dog.
Right.
But that is not what it
at
is
all.
at all. In fact, we created, also on the Unplug app, sorry to keep bringing that up.
No, bring it up.
It's called Hypno Habits.
It works.
So basically, I hired a hypnotist to hypnotize me. Her name is Camilla Sacred-Dollarap. To want to exercise because I just wasn't into it. It wasn't finding the time. And I really wanted to be like an exercise person. So she interviewed me, found out what my trigger words were. She did this like little hypnosis 19-minute session. And the next day I woke up, I worked out. Next day, worked out. Next day, worked out. So I'm like, we should like make hypno habits and put it on the Unplug app. So we did hypno habit for exercise, for meditation, for healthy eating.
It really works.
It really works for productivity. We didn't do smoking, but smoking, I think smoking is so important. I actually got by a guy named Dr. Prasad in New York, hypnotized.
I know Prasad.
I know Prasad, yeah.
And he injected me with sodium pentothal. And the next thing I know, I open my eyes, I don't smoke anymore, and I don't eat cheese.
No cheese?
Yeah.
I need to get rid of cheese.
I think the problem was like, I must have said like, I didn't want to get fat or whatever. And so he took out cheese.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
now eat cheese, but I haven't smoked since.
I haven't smoked since. It's been 15 years, and I was a heavy smoker, and I quit cold turkey.
Yeah.
And he told me, don't go stand in a room of smokers. He's like, you have the power. If you're scared to go stand in a room of smokers, when you quit smoking, you're going to fail. He's like, you can go stand and literally sit in an ashtray, and you're not going to want to smoke. And I don't to this day.
Thank you so much for watching this clip of the Brotherly Love Podcast.
And for exclusive weekly bonus content, join our Patreon right now.
That's right, there's a link in the description for that too. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thanks.